Alright, Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. I do apologize for those of you that follow my channel. This one is a little bit late in your weekly readings. I didn't manage to get to it last week. The energies were a little bit overwhelming. So I did it for all of the signs, and I didn't read for you, and I didn't read for Aries. But, you know, I don't believe in giving when I can't give 100%. I only want to give when I can give 100% because this is serious work. Tarot is serious, you know, and I feel that if you give to someone and you give from a point that is not your highest good, that you actually do them an injustice. And that is the kind of karma that nobody want to deal with, you know what I'm saying? So speaking of karma, this reading for you, it's about sort of like law of attraction, karma, good and bad. What is the good and the bad that you're creating? So we're going to see what your archangels got to say. What are some of the things that you want to continue doing or maybe want to alter just a little bit? Then what is sort of like the real question there with Thought Tarot, the real focus, the thing that you want to focus on that's best going to benefit you? And then some steps taking forward. I'm going to clarify using the Light Seers Tarot. Of course, this reading is general. Take only what resonates. Maybe it's a lot, maybe it's just some. Do let me know in the comments. For all of those who always follow me, I'd really like to thank you for that. I appreciate that. And if you watch this video from beginning to the end, I'd really appreciate it because it really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to think who else is it that got that card. I can't remember now. It may have been Pisces, possibly Cancer. I can't remember now. But the Knight of Gabriel, which is all about your intuition. You are strongly encouraged to follow your intuition. It says confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Doesn't that sound like you, Sagittarius? That sounds like you, you know. A lot of times, you know, my sister's a Sagittarius, and, you know, we spoke about it the other day, and I'm a Sagittarius rising, so it's very interesting. We spoke about how a lot of things in life that we achieved, you know, up until this point, like everybody, we've got dreams and stuff, but a lot of things in life we wouldn't have achieved if we, you know, listened to people who said to us what we can do and what we can't do, you know, what's possible for us and what's not possible for us. And, you know, it's sometimes with some of the darkest times in life that you actually grow the most. You know, it's like, if you want your, so let's say, for example, this over here, you know, you can't fully see it now, but this beautiful angel over here, this is a peace lily. And so let's say, for example, you know, I want to put that into like one of my fish tanks because you can do that. You know, what you do is you take it out of the ground, you shake it off, you spray it off, and you cut the roots. And I always suggest speaking to the plant first, you know, getting its permission because you're cutting it. But then it's like the plant goes into shock and then it just grows faster. And this is what you sort of, in a way, encourage you to do at the moment. It doesn't, you know, I'm not talking about self-sabotage. I don't want you to get me wrong, Sagittarius. I'm referring to following what you know is right for you, even though a lot of people may say, nope, can't do that. That's not the way to do it. No, you know, you got it then back. You know, you can't do that. You know, you got to shout out the Karens. You got to shout out the Karens. And when I say Karens, I mean the, you know, the peanut gallery, you know, like the peanut gallery, they got to shut up, you know, they got to be quiet. They can't have a voice here because I feel that for many of you, you are finally really very focused at the moment in a direction that really does serve your highest good. But it's, I don't know, it's, like, just give me a moment. Let me just, because I basically pick it up in energy and I have to translate it into words. It is that sense of direction. It's a sense of direction. And everybody doesn't get it because remember, I feel that I did some readings before for, you know, sort of like past lives, and it came out very strongly. And even in some of my, you know, like regression hypnosis sessions also comes out very strongly if we touch the subject that Sagittarius energy, it's an old energy. So you somehow just know you can do whatever, it's going to be fine. You know, let's see, what does the card say? Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. There we go. There it's right there. Instinctively knowing just what to do. You know, it's always amazing to me, like when you channel something and then you look at the card and it's the same thing. And I mean, it's quite easy to obviously, you know, to reason that, well, you've had this deck of cards for a while, which is true. But I haven't worked with them in a very, very long time, but obviously everything is stored in your memory and your DNA. By the way, did you know, I came across this very interesting article the other day. I posted it on my Facebook page, about how all memory is stored in your DNA, and like your DNA can store up to, now I have to make sure that I get this correct now, but up to 3.15 billion years of memory of all life on the planet. All life. Absolutely all, everything, the whole matrix game. And incidentally, that is the same age as the universe. I thought, wow, you know, that is so interesting. So it's really time for you to start, you know, following your passion, follow your mojo, follow Sagittarius, follow your mojo, follow your ding-dings, okay? Let's see. Oh, it starts off really, really well. You see why I say I would rather, you know, I'd rather wait, because before I do your reading, because if I'm not in my best flow, I'm not going to pick up on that vibration, because I'm not open to receive. I'm like a radio channel that's kind of a little bit like on a, you know, I'm not doing so well. You know what I'm saying? Tarot's responsible work. People's been watering it down, which I'm not going to lie to you. It is something that upsets me a little bit. You know. Tarot has been so watered down. It's always about, what is the other person doing? What is the other person thinking? That is exactly where you're messing things up for yourself. Tarot is about you. And look at what we've got over here. Call from the Major Arcana. This is that number 20 card, which is that judgment energy, that Pluto energy, underworld rebirth, which is almost like that second take on almost like Scorpio energy, for example. One of the most special people in my life is actually a Scorpio, and people give Scorpio such a bad like reputation. It's just kind of sad. You know, it's really just it's difficult for them to deal with. But this is all about you, and this is all about release. And the reason why I touched on Scorpio is because sometimes it comes around the first time and it's quite harsh. So this could be something that's been coming around the second time around, and it doesn't mean that it was easy this time around, Sagittarius, but the question you want to ask yourself is, was it as difficult as before? Did you feel as hopeless as before? Did you sink as low as you sank before? How long was it before you sort of bounced back again, reverted back again? You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, you know, life is life, and we're just human beings. There's this very unrealistic sort of expectation placed upon people to sort of be a certain way. You know, if like you're spiritual, you need to be always so enlightened, and you always gotta be fucking smiling, and no. You know, life is an experience, and if you really want to take your life as like a simulation, like a video game or something like that, there are stages in the video game that are happy, there are stages in the video game that are frustrating, and it's the same thing with life. You know, it's a fascinating game. It's just a bit of a challenging one sometimes. So let's look at what is the right question that you want to be focusing on at the moment, and also the way forward. And they say I should swap them around. Okay, did you maybe change your mind about something? Let's see what's going on. So the right question you want to be asking, the right focus you want to have. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. Look at that. So over the weekend, my sister and I, we were baking, you know, for the kiddies. And I remember I went into the oven, and I wanted to feel sort of like if we were making like a cakey type of vibe, which was more like an improvising sort of thing, because it was from formula, but then we wanted to make it healthier, and then we wanted to make it more tasty, and so we started to add all sorts of stuff. But like I burned myself there by the oven, going inside, kind of feeling if the container's hot, and then I hit up and like, oh, like right against the element, the weird things we do sometimes. All right, so the Empress is all about abundance, and the Empress is all about that energy that reminds you that life is a balance between almost like rough and easy, if you want to call it like that. You know, it reminds us that every day isn't sunshine, and it reminds you, particularly Sagittarius, that if every day for you is just beautiful, and it's just sunshine, and it's just lovely, you know, you might say, I can do that. Like, listen, I can so do that. I can live this leisurely life where I do absolutely nothing. But the question is, can you really? Because you've got such a curious mind. And so you are being so strongly invited by the universe to, if you're in that space of saying you can do nothing, is that really what you mean? Or are you actually speaking from a point of frustration that is sort of generated from what you are currently doing? You know what I'm saying? So you are strongly encouraged, Sagittarius, to open yourself to the idea that the best is yet to come. Actually, I want to show you, I know we're going to clarify from this deck now, but it is so beautifully portrayed in this Light Seers Tarot deck. Chris Ann is such an incredible deck creator. She is just so awesome. You can see the love. Look at how she depicted the Empress. Isn't that amazing? Which is speaking about that beautiful new world coming into being. That beautiful new experience coming into being. For some of you, this could actually mean actual pregnancy. But whatever development is taking place here, it's going to be so beautiful and so grand and so amazing for you. And I want you to really claim that for yourself. And there's also a reminder, Sagittarius, that change, any change really, any profound change, it does go along with challenges. Because sometimes, certain contracts, they've played their part, and unfortunately sometimes that includes people. But I'm never going to talk about it too much because I feel you're in such a space where you can release with peace, which is always one of the most important things. Okay, so let's say, what clarification do we have for you then? So it's not, I won't say that life is saying to have patience. What I'm really referring to, it's more like life is saying to you, my beautiful Sag, it's more like life is saying to you, this isn't it for you. It may feel like that, but it's not. And then your cards confirm that. You've got the Two of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Cups. So yeah, everything that you touch at the moment, everything isn't gold, everything isn't great, everything is fantastic. But there's something busy coming together here for you. There is definitely something busy coming together here for you, and it's big. Something very big is coming together here for you. And if you like that, and if that resonates with you, Sagittarius, I want you to claim it for yourself. I want you to take a nice deep breath and to really breathe into your heart space and claim that for yourself. And as you release, I want you to breathe out all resistance on all levels. Conscious, subconscious, doesn't matter. We don't always know what holds us back. Having the willingness to release that wound that might be there, that you may think that is healed, that is not. All right? But you're definitely moving forward. So some of you may think that, yeah, it's going to take a while. In South Africa, we've got this sort of slang word, which is like, it's going to hana, which is almost like, it's going to, it's going to drag on, it's going to be such a downer. But no, that is not what the cards are talking about. Now remember, tarot is only a possibility, because some people, they really take everything a tarot reader says as almost like religion. And if you're doing that, I want you to stop that. And whether it's with me, whether it's with someone else, I want you to remember that reader only looks into a possibility. And sometimes, I speak from personal experience, a reader's very on point. You're in your flow, you're in your energy. Other times you're overwhelmed because you also have a life, so always take it as an indication, as a possibility. Don't take it as hard religion. Okay, steps going forward, potential going forward. Princess of Cups. Princess is all about, it's about newness, it's about new life, it's about new prosperity, it's about new abundance, it's about the new coming in. All right, there is this is the birth to new that is taking place for you at the moment. It's definitely it's like a rebirth. It's like this powerful like a karmic rebirth, basically. That is what it is. It's a karmic rebirth where you've gone through the one phase and you've sort of gotten everything. And now it's time to go to that next phase. So it's like dying without the physical part, of dying, but it still feels challenging, because remember, when you die, you leave a part of your world behind, and it's real because it was real to you. And so there is a little bit of a challenge, even from the soul part sometimes, when I do that sort of channeling. It's interesting. It's difficult from the soul part sometimes as well. So let's see, what do we have here for you going forward? You see, some of you are resisting the change. Some of you are holding on here. 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Some of you are resisting the change. Some of you, you're going towards it, you're walking towards it, but I see you feeling guilty. And I see you feeling guilty for stuff that you really don't need to be feeling guilty about. There's, you know, whether you come with this from a religious point or a spiritual point, it doesn't really matter. If you're an atheist, you can even come from an energy releasing point like yoga or something like that. But find a way to hand over to source. Find a way to hand over. Find a way to almost do like the serenity prayer, you know. God grant me the serenity to accept the things, you know, I cannot, well, to accept, to change the things that I can, and to, you know, accept the things that I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just hand it over. Just hand it over. Okay? Don't hold on to it, because you're going to be better off without it. Whatever it is, whoever it is, you're going to be better off without it. Okay? I know that it's hard. I can see that it's hard, but I can also see that the worst is behind you. You remember what I was going to say before is, if it took you, if you bounce back faster this time than the previous time, you know, if you recognize that you're going in a direction that you don't like, and you came back faster, you rolled back faster, you pulled yourself in back to the shore faster, that is winning. That is winning right there. And I want you to find a way to acknowledge that within yourself and to celebrate it. And I mean really celebrate it, you know, really celebrate it. I hope that helps. That's what I got for you, beautiful Sagittarius. If any of you are interested in learning to read the tarot, do check out the links down below in the description. First couple of lessons are free, so you can check out whether I'm the teacher for you or not, because I may or may not be your cup of tea. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. I hope you have many, many reasons to smile going forth. A year go forward and conquer. I don't know why, but it sounds interesting. I'd appreciate it if you do all the things that us YouTubers appreciate you doing: liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. From my heart, namaste, love and light. See you next time. Bye.